Thank you all for being here on this Monday morning, which is a little less cold than what we experienced early last week. Today is a wonderful day for Mississippi. We're here to celebrate a historic investment in our state, the single largest payroll commitment of any major project in Mississippi history, and at $1.9 billion capital investment by the company. It's the second largest economic development project in our state's history. I'm going to sign the legislation shortly that finalizes the work. It represents, however, the culmination of months and months and months of hard work and negotiation, and the beginning of an incredible journey for an impressive new facility. First, let me again say a huge thank you to the Mississippi Legislature, Lieutenant Governor Hosemann, and Speaker White. I also want to thank U.S. Senator Roger Wicker, State Senators Hobson, Harkins, and Whaley, as well as State Representatives Lamar, Kincaid, Cockerham, Reed, and Faulkner, and all of the members. This is a major bipartisan win for our state, and it's indicative of all that we can accomplish together. I also want to personally thank Executive Director Bill Cork and the entire team at the Mississippi Development Authority. They're firing on all cylinders, and they're proving that Mississippi can not only compete with the best, we can win when competing against the best. Most importantly, I want to thank Accelera by Cummins, Daimler Trucks and Buses, and PACCAR. On behalf of the entire state of Mississippi, we're proud to have y'all here, and we're excited to see you succeed. I'm confident that, just like Mississippi, y'all have a very bright future ahead, and we're excited to be a part of it. This investment is going to have a tremendous impact on our state. Nearly $2 billion will be invested into our communities. 2,000 jobs that pay an average annual salary of $66,000 a year will be created for hard-working Mississippians. This investment will have a generational impact on the community in Marshall County and will help strengthen our entire state. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Mississippi is open for business. I believe that it is further proven by the historic investment made in recent years. In the 10 years before I became governor, Mississippi averaged about $900 million a year in new capital investment. Since I've been governor, we've announced projects totaling almost $12 billion. And I got to tell y'all, we got no plans to slow down anytime soon. We're investing in Mississippians through improved workforce training efforts. We're investing in sites across Mississippi that will drive further capital investment. And we're bolstering our infrastructure to support new and our existing industries and companies, and we're better preparing ourselves for the opportunities that will come with the next generation of economic development. I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish. I'm proud of this project, and I'm proud to sign this historic legislation. With that, let's make the single largest payroll commitment of any major project and the second largest economic development project in our state's history official. Guys, you want to join me over here? We're going to begin with House Bill number 1. January 22nd, 2024. 10:20 a.m. House Bill 1 is now law. Now I will sign Senate Bill number 2001. Senate Bill 2001 is now law. And now I will sign Senate Bill number 2002. Now, Senate Bill number 2002 is law, and all three bills are now law in the state of Mississippi. All right. Well, thank y'all. Delbert, you want to say a few words, or?
No.
Okay. Good. We got work to do.
Yeah.
If I could just ask you a couple of questions.
Yeah. No, we're going to take a few questions. You want to say?
I apologize. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
Let me get my bill open. There you go.
We're hearing talk of a possible another special session, another economic development project. Could you at least address that as best you can?
Yeah, the best I can is I'm not going to comment on that.
No.
But it is coming up. Is there a possibility of another special session this session?
What I would tell you is there is a possibility of a special session every day between now and whenever I go out of office. If it's about bringing new economic development and new jobs to the state of Mississippi that pay above average wages, yes, there is a definite possibility that that we are going to look to see more of that in our state.
Yeah, can you remind us of the construction schedule or hopeful completion date of this project?
Of this project today. So obviously we've signed the law this morning, but Marshall County and the locals met on Friday to get all of theirs done. I would anticipate, and there's been work ongoing obviously by the company in terms of the layout and other things. The engineers for both the county and the new entity have been working together for many months. And so I would think that we will see an actual groundbreaking sometime in the mid-spring time frame. And I think that there will be operational and functional bill in 2027.
Are these measures, these types of deals, kind of thing where you have to spend to get them to come in, measuring what you get in return versus what you put in?
Well, I don't think every state does it that way, but that's the way we do it. We take a very hard look at money going out, cash outflows, and a very hard look at cash inflows. And we look at every single deal just on the deal itself and don't even take into account all of the ancillary benefits that a deal of this magnitude has in the community. And so it is extremely important that we have a return on investment calculation done on every project. It's extremely important that we have a net present value of money's going in and money's going out on every single project. And I will tell you that this is not the first project we've looked at on this particular site. And there have been other states that have been willing to spend significantly more dollars than we were because it didn't, in our opinion, make economic sense. On this particular project, as you know, about 180 million of the 350 is actually going to road construction, water and sewer construction, which obviously are core functions of government and one that we would and should be doing for this specific project and really for counties all across the state. We spent about $2.5 billion, for example, last year at the Mississippi Department of Transportation, and so this is just about half of this is for that purpose.
Moving forward to the session, people are hoping to hear some more news about perhaps income tax reduction, things of that nature. Your thoughts on where the state stands still economically and moving forward in that direction?
Yeah, well, the reality is that we continue to see significant capital investment in our state. We continue to see the lowest unemployment rate in our state's history. We have more people working today than at any time in our state's history. And our per capita incomes, which as y'all have heard me say many times, which is, in my view, probably the single most important economic stat out there is per capita incomes. Our per capita income in Mississippi has gone from $38,000 a year 5 years ago to almost $48,000 a year today. And the reason for that is because not only are we bringing jobs like the one that we announced last week that has an average pay of $66,000 a year, but we're also educating our workforce because we have the highest high school graduation rate in our state's history. We're spending significant amount of resources on workforce development and workforce training. So our workers, our people, are better prepared to be able to fill these jobs that are paying higher wages. And because of that, the economy is doing well. Revenues are doing well. Look, when I was last working in the building across the street in the Capitol, our total annual revenues that year were about $5.8 billion. We're going to collect between $7.5 and $7.8 billion this year, and that's because our economy is doing very well. I believe that when your economy is doing well and you're continuing to collect significant amounts of revenue, certainly you want to use some of that revenue to invest in infrastructure and other core functions of government, but you also ought to return some of that money to the taxpayers, and we started that process several years ago, and I expect us to continue that process this year and the years to come.
Ballot initiative could come up in the House. We've tried it's been tried the past couple sessions, but has not come about. What would you like to see? How would you like to see that shaped?
Look, these two guys behind me and their teams are working on that. I think we're all in agreement that we ought to have a ballot initiative process in the state of Mississippi, and is always the case in the legislative session. The devil is always in the details, and I'm confident that we'll continue to work to find a solution there. But I'm certainly supportive of it, and I think everyone is supportive of it. It's just a matter of getting the final details worked out.
I don't want to ask the questions. Sorry.
You're good. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Hey, thank y'all. Have a great day. It's a great day for Mississippi. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
Congrats again.
Thank you.